സർവം ബ്രഹ്മമയം. 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 സർവം
Hello, namaste. Good morning. Audio is clear, Ramesh?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Audio is good? Okay.
Audio is good. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudevasudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Graditam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaita Mrtavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manasandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayata Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapannaparijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrtaduhe Namaha Vasudevasudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Sarvo Manishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamrtam Mahat Bhishmadronatada Jayadratha Jalagam Dharanilopala Salyagrahavati Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Magara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Ghalu Pandavai Hrananadi Kaivartagah Keshavaha Parasharyavacha Saroja Mamalam Gidartha Gandhotkadam Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikadha Sambodhana Bodhidam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradham Sinasreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marudastunnanti Divyaistavaihi Vedais Sangapadakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyandam na Vidusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshanam. we have completed up to verse number 11. So we'll continue from verse number 12. Verse number 11 is Divyamalyambaradharam Divyagandhanulepanam Sarvascharyamayam Devam Anandam Vishwato Mukham. So 12th verse. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhavedyugapaduthita Yadi bhasadrishi sa syad bhasastasya mahatmanah. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhavedyugapaduthita Yadi bhasadrishi sa syad bhasastasya mahatmanah. Yeah. Here, Divi means in space or in Akasha. Surya Sahasrasya Yugapad Uthita Bhaha. 1,000 suns, when the 1,000 suns rise at the same time, and Bhaha means brightening. That brightening light, Yadi Bhavet. If that happens, that means if there is 1,000 suns rising at the same time and that brightness, if it is there, Yugapada Uthita Bhaha Yadi Bhavet. If that happens, Sa, that brightness, Tasya Mahatmanaha. Right? That is the Bhasaha Sadrishi Syad. That is equivalent to Vishwarupa's brightness. That is Bhagavan's brightness. That means what it says is that if you see, if there is a light or if there is a 1,000 suns rising, if that brightness, if you see, you understand that it is the light of, that brightness is Bhagavan's brightness. Okay. So here we have to understand that do not take this literally. Okay, it is not 1,000 suns rising and that light, if you see, then that is the Bhagavan's light. No, it is that, it is like the clarity, okay, the intellectual clarity, understanding it in our vision, seeing this in our vision so clearly. That clear vision is called the 1,000 suns rising light, etc. Right? We know that, see, what is this clarity? The clarity is that we know that it is the prana, it is the energy that is there in the space, and every objects of this world has come from that prana alone. The prana, that which is the subtle form of energy, which is the subtlest, okay, the subtlest energy which starts vibrating. It is a sattvika prana, it doesn't move at all. Okay, the moment it starts vibrating, the moment it starts moving, that is action happening, right? When that action happens, it starts vibrating, slowly it forms the various objects of this world, right from the celestials, the galaxies and the stars, which are 500 and 1,000 million times bigger than our sun. So like that it starts forming, and all that prapancham which we see is created. Okay, this creation is the prana which vibrates and it is becoming the sthulam. Okay, so this we have to understand. So that means everything that we see here as the objects of this world has come from the energy of the space, the prana alone. Everything is energy alone, right? And this is the understanding. As we discussed in our last class, all the objects of this world constitute only 0.00001% of the whole volume. It occupies only that much volume. Okay, everything else is space alone. So that means all that, everything has come from space, and all that energy in the space all the energy is the same. From that energy, all the objects are formed. This is the clarity. So that means all of this is that prana alone. This clarity, this clear thought, this clear understanding, this clear vision is like a thousand suns arising, thousand suns light, bright light. This is the clarity. Okay, it is the knowledge, it is the light of knowledge that we are talking about. So don't take it in the sense of, literal sense of thousand lights, thousand suns light. Okay. Yeah. So it, as we discussed earlier, it is the prana is the yes, Supama, you want to say something?
Sir, I'm really sorry to interrupt you. Sir, the knowledge, which knowledge it is? Yeah, I'm sure this effulgence is a knowledge, but what kind of knowledge?
The understanding, the clear understanding that all that objects of this world is energy. All that matter is in its originally, it was only prana, it was only energy.
Is it
That
also
is,
self-knowledge?
it is, see, then we have to know that all of this emerge in where all this prana appears.
Okay.
Right? All of this prana, the whole prana appears in consciousness. The prana, that the objects of this world originally, which was only the prana, which is jadam. The energy is jadam in the absence of consciousness. So the consciousness alone is the truth. In that consciousness, the prana appears. Space appears. Space. The first space is appearing in consciousness. The consciousness alone is the truth, and the consciousness is Bhagavan. The prana or the space is the body of Bhagavan. It is the body of Bhagavan. In that body, Arjuna sees the Bhagavan's body. He sees that everything as prana. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it is this is the Vishwarupa Darshanam. This is the Vishwarupa Darshanam. This is the thing that Arjuna sees. That all of this appearance, all of this prana, which is appearing as the body in Bhagavan's body, they are appearing and disappearing one after the other, including himself. So here, this particular verse is Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhaved Upagada Duthita. Bhaved Yugapad Uthita. Sorry. Yugapat Bhaved Yugapat Uthita Bhaha. That rising, thousand suns rising at the same time, that light, when you see, you know that it is the Bhagavan, it is the Vishwarupam. Tasya Mahatmanaha Bhasaha Sadrishi Syad. It is equivalent to Vishwarupa's brightness. Okay, right. We'll move to the next one. As you rightly asked, it is all an appearance. Everything is an appearance in Brahman. It is all appearance in consciousness, and anything that is appearing in consciousness is consciousness alone. So the prana also is consciousness alone, which is appearing as prana. And then this Sattvika prana, when it starts vibrating, that means through the cosmic mind. Okay, we'll discuss that. And all of this starts vibrating and starts action happens, and various objects of this universe have formed, including our small little dot earth. Tatraikastham jagat kritsnam, 13th verse. Tatraikastham jagat kritsnam pravibhaktam anekadha apashya deva devasya sharire pandavastatha. Yeah, already we discussed this. We will see again. Anekadha means in various rupam, various forms. Anekadha pravibhaktam. So when we observe it, when we see this prana, we see as different various objects. It is split. The same one prana, which is totally one, which split into various objects. Due to what? Due to its vibration, due to its the rajogunam and tamogunam, right? The rajogunam is the movement. Sattvagunam is that prana which is saying as just light, okay, equivalent to light. Okay, that prana, it is not the white light or something, it is the prana which is sattvic, okay, and it starts vibrating through rajogunam and then it becomes tamogunam. That means because of that vibration, it forms the various objects that we see differently here, like the stars, the planets, galaxies, etc., even supernova. All that, it is all the prana, same prana, which is forming all these anekadha in various forms. Pravibhaktam. Pravibhaktam means divided into different objects. Kritsnam Jagat, the whole universe. Okay, the Kritsnam Jagat, the whole universe, Arjuna sees at one place, and one place as the Bhagavan's body. He sees the whole universe as one body. Tatra Devadevasya Sharire, where in the body of Bhagavan, Devadevasya, the Bhagavan's Sharire, body, in that Bhagavan's body, he sees the whole Jagat as differently, which was originally one, as prana. Okay, Anekadha Pravibhaktam, one second. Yeah, Anekadha Pravibhaktam Kritsnam Jagad Tatra Devadevasya Sharire Ekastham. Yeah, Ekastham. Arjuna sees the whole prana as various objects which appear and disappear, appearing, disappearing, etc. in one place, that is the Bhagavan's body, and that darshanam is Vishwarupa darshanam. Tada Pandavaha apashyat. Arjuna, Pandavaha, Arjuna saw. Arjuna apashyat, he saw. Arjuna sees this, the whole universe in various objects differently, right? The stars and plants and planets, etc. Okay, the same thing. What is that? Prana. The prana Arjuna saw as various things. As what? As the body of that Devadevaha, the body of that Bhagavan. Who is Bhagavan here? The Brahman, consciousness. Consciousness is the Bhagavan, and that Bhagavan's body is the prana, which appears as many as the various objects of this whole universe. I hope it is very clear, right? So, see, look at this way. You see an elephant, okay? The elephant has the trunk, the tusks, okay, and the huge legs and a tail, etc. But for the elephant, the whole huge body is one only, is one body. As far as the elephant is concerned, is only one body. But an ant or a fly or a mosquito which is sitting at the tip of the trunk will think that the trunk is different, the tusk is different, the legs are different. For the fly, everything is different, various objects, different objects. Whereas for the elephant, the whole thing is one only. Similarly, this Bhuma Devi, right? The Jivatma of Bhumi, a human being which is sitting on some place, will think that India is different, America is different, right? Antarctica is different, because this human being thinks that each one is different. Similarly, if you look at the whole universe, for the whole universe is one, but which appears as many, right? the planets are different, the stars are different, right? The galaxies are different, etc. Whereas the whole universe is just one body only. Okay, it doesn't appear, even though it appears differently, for the whole thing it is only one thing. We have to understand this vision is the Vishwarupa Darshanam. This is the Vishwarupa Darshanam, and this is what Arjuna saw. Arjuna saw that the whole universe has one body of Bhagavan, in which he also is a limb. Krishna also is a part. The whole earth is also a part of this body. Right? So we have to understand that the whole universe has one body of Bhagavan, that consciousness, and the various things that we look at, we see as differently, is the limbs of the same body. This is the Hiranyagarbha Upasana. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it starts with Saya Esho Om Tara Hridaya Akashaha, and at the end it says Akasha Shariram Brahma Satyatma Pranāramam Mana Anandam Shanti Samruddham Amritam. It is the Hiranyagarbha Upasana. That is seeing the whole universe as one body and one prana. Okay, so this prana, which is the Sattvika prana, is the famous Hiranyagarbha or Prajapati. Okay, right. So then we will continue. Sanjaya continues the description. 11:14. Tatassa vismaya vishtaha hristaroma dhananjayaha pranamya shirasa devam kritanjali rabhashata. Once again. Yeah. Tatassa vismaya vishtaha. Tataha, like this, when Arjuna saw the Vishwarupam, okay, with the Divya Drishti that is given by Bhagavan Krishna, he saw the Vishwarupam at one place. Okay, in one place he saw the whole universe, including himself and the army and Krishna and everything else around him. Everything he saw in one place. When he saw this, Vismaya Vishtaha, he was thrilled. He was amazed to see this, right? And then he was Hristaroma. Hristaroma means in his bliss and happiness, he had goosebumps all over his body, right? He had Hristaroma. Saha Dhananjayaha, that Arjuna, Shirasa Devam Pranamya, he prostrated, he did namaskaram to Bhagavan, Kritanjalihi Abhashada, with folded hands he talked. Arjuna talked. So Arjuna is going to explain the experience of this Vishwarupa Darshanam from the next verse. This Vishwarupa Darshanam changed the way he looked at this Prapancha, the universe. It changed the total vision. When he saw the whole universe as one piece, at one place, as the whole prana, it changed his ideas of seeing every, there are no individual objects here. At all that individual objects are of one body only. It is all one body of Bhagavan, and as one Sattvika prana, he saw that everything is just prana. It is the body of Bhagavan. He thought that everything here is one alone. Everything is one only. And all of this is the limbs or the parts of one body, limbs of Bhagavan. Okay. Then what happened here? He lost his ego. He completely lost his ego only. That I can do things here, I will do things here, everything vanished. He saw the Bhagavan as this whole universe, right? And he saw the Bhagavan's body it is, and it is all under his control. It is the Bhagavan's control, all that is happening here. It is the Niyantra, he is the total controller of this universe. This is the Vishwarupa Darshanam that made his ego simply vanish. Anyway, let us listen to Bhagavan's words, Arjuna's words. Arjuna uvacha pashyami devamstava deva dehe sarvamstata bhuta vishesha sanghan brahmanamisham kamalasanastham rishimscha sarvanuragamscha divyan. Deva tava dehe, in your Vishwarupam, in your Vishwarupa deham, this body, the body that I am seeing as the whole, as one body, in that dehe, devan, all the devas, tatha sarvan bhuta vishesha sankhan, all the objects or the clusters or the objects, all the objects like the stars, the planets and the galaxies, etc., along with the devas, all the devas, right? And Isham Kamalasanastham, he saw the father of the whole universe, that is Kamalasanastham, Brahmaji, right? Who is sitting on Kamalasanastham, who is sitting on the lotus and emerging from the Nabhi, emerging from the navel of Bhagavan. Brahmanam, that Brahma, right? Brahma Lokam. Sarvan Rishin, all the saints, all rishis. Divyan Uragan, divine serpents. Pashyami, I am seeing. Arjuna says, I am seeing the Brahma, that is Brahma Lokam, and Divyan Uraganscha, all the Nagas, that is Nagalokam. That means right from the Brahmalokam, that is Satyalokam, to the Patalam. That is all the 7 plus 7 worlds he saw. 7 upper worlds. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satya. Bhurlogam, Bhuvarlogam, Suvarlogam, Maharlogam, Janalogam, Tapalogam and Satyalogam. These are the 7 upper worlds, and then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Mahatala, Patala. These are the 7 underworlds. Okay, the worlds below. So all the 14 worlds Arjuna saw. Right from here mentioned about the Brahmalogam, Brahmanam, Brahmalogam, and Divyan Uragana, Nagalogam, that is the Patalam. So all the 14 worlds Arjuna saw. Along with what? Along with Brahma. Brahma also he saw. Who is this Brahma? In Srimad Bhagavatam, as soon as there is a story that when the Brahma is born, okay, the Brahma is born from the navel of Bhagavan only. From the navel of Bhagavan, and as soon as, what is Brahma? Is the cosmic mind. Okay, it is the mind. What is this cosmic mind? It is the mind of all the celestials here, put together, one mind. That mind is Brahma. As soon as this Brahma is born, this Brahma is asking, who am I? Brahma asked, who am I? From where I have come from? And inside, Brahma heard a voice coming from inside, Tapa Tapa. Right? As soon as he said Tapa Tapa, that means he did the Atma Vicharam. Brahma did the Atma Vicharam, and through tapas, he understood that I have come from consciousness, and Brahma saw Vishnu there. The consciousness, the Brahma saw Vishnu, and then Vishnu, he asked Vishnu, and Vishnu gave him advice. Right? He explained everything, he explained. Vishnu explained Brahma, then that is the Chatusloki Bhagavatam. If you see Bhagavatam in the 2nd Skandam, 9th chapter, you can see right from the 32 verse, Bhagavan explains to Brahma the whole process of creation, etc. Everything he explains the truth. Ahameva samevagre nanyadhyat sadasatparam paschadaham yadetacha yovasishyeta sosmyaham. This is the Chatusloki Bhagavatam first verse. We will do only first verse. Agre ahameva. Hey Brahma, agre ahameva. Before this universe is created, before this universe is seen as split, as we see as the objects, various objects, etc. Before all of this, ahameva asam. I alone existed. Before this universe is seen as names and forms, before the forming of names and forms, I alone existed. Asameva, I existed for sure. I alone existed for sure. Then, param sad asad anyat na, nothing else was there. Nothing else means nat sat na asat. So, sat asat, nothing was there. Okay, I alone existed. Paschadaham yat etat. Paschad aham yat etat. All these names and forms are me alone. Paschad yad etat yam avasishyate. Then when these names and forms disappear, yaha avasishyate. That means when this gets dissolved after the pralaya, yaha avasishyate saha ahamasmi. I alone will exist when all of this disappear. So that means before the appearance of these names and forms, I alone existed, and when these names and forms appear, I alone is expressing or manifesting as these names and forms, and when that dissolution happens, I alone will exist. This is the first verse. There are other three verses which we are not going now deeper. So you please read second skandam, 9th chapter, 32 to 32, 33, 34, 35. 4 slokas. This is called Chatusloki Bhagavatam, where Bhagavan clearly explains this to Brahma. And then Brahma has this doubt that if will I not get caught up in the karma, because Brahma is assigned for the creation. Brahma means the mind, the cosmic mind, which is the creator of this universe, which is the mind. See, the way individual minds, how they create this and that. Similarly, the cosmic mind is the one which creates this, which created this universe. So Brahmaji asks, will I not get caught up in the karma bandham? Will I not caught up in this? Then Bhagavan says, after explaining all this, 36th verse, Etanmatam samatishta. So 32, 33, 34, 35 is the Chatusloki Bhagavatam, 36th verse. Etanmatam samatishta paramena samadhina bhavan kalpa vikalpeshu na vimuhyati karhichit. Etanmatam, this truth, that means the truth that I explained to you so far in the last 4 verses, Etanmatam, I explained in the 4 slokas, paramena samadhina, without forgetting even for a second. Without forgetting even for a second. What does that mean? What does the Brahma should not forget? That the root cause, the ultimate parama karanam is consciousness, Bhagavan alone. The consciousness alone is the truth, and without forgetting that, paramena samadhina, that means with a focused mind. This is the samadhi. Samadhi is without forgetting even for a second that everything is consciousness, Bhagavan alone exists. That the same first verse, you remember. Earlier also I alone was there. During the process of creation I alone exist, and when everything disappears I alone exist. That means Bhagavan alone exists without forgetting this fact. Paramena samadhina bhavan, you, hey Brahmaji, you kalpa vikalpeshu. That means the srishti of kalpa vikalpa means pradhanam or apradhanam. Okay, that means important or non-important or anything, any creation. That is what it means. Pradhana creation or apradhana creation. So without any discrimination in all creations, karhichit na vimuhyati. You will never be bound anywhere by the karma of creation. Right? That means this is an advice to you and me. This is an advice to all of us. Okay? So you do your karma without forgetting the fact that I alone exist. You do any karma, you will never be bound. Okay? Brahma is nothing but a cluster of all the minds put together. So it is applicable to us also. This Brahma is the cosmic mind. Okay? So this Brahma also Arjuna saw Kamalasanastham. He saw that who is coming out of the navel of Vishnu. Vishnu here is Vishnu's Nabhi. Nabhi means Vyad, space. Okay. Okay. That is Brahma. Then Devas. He saw Devas also. Devan tatha sarvan bhuta vishesha sangan. Devan, bhuta vishesha sangaha means all the sthulam, all the objects of this world. Many objects like the stars and big stars and planets, etc. All that. Okay, bhuta vishesha, including our earth also. All that Arjuna saw, and Devan also. Devas are the Sukshma Sharira Rupa. Devas means they are the Sukshma Shariram, subtle bodies. Okay, without the Sthula Rupam. That also Arjuna was able to see. Devas, they don't have Sthula Shariram like humans and animals, but they also exist. Everything Arjuna saw there. Humans, animals, plants, they have Sthula Shariram. Also the Sukshma Shariram, whereas the Devas have only Sukshma Shariram. This sort of Sthula Shariram they don't have. The Devas also he was able to visualize. Arjuna was able to visualize this Devas also, and all the Rishis also, and Brahma also. That means right from the Satyalogam to the Nagalogam, the divine serpents. All the Nagalogam means the Patala, right from the Satyalogam to Patalam. Everything he saw at once, appearing and disappearing, including Arjuna and Krishna also. Everything Arjuna saw in that Vishwarupam. And seeing this, he prostrated and then did with the folded hands, he was saying all this. We'll move to the 16th verse. Right? Aneka bahudara vaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvato nandarupam nantam na madhyam na punastabadim pashyami vishveshwara vishwarupa. अनेक बाहूदर वक्त्र नेत्रम. अनेक बाहूदर वक्त्र नेत्रम पश्यामि त्वां सर्वतो नंदरूपम नान्तं न मध्यम न पुनस्तवादिं पश्यामि विश्वेश्वर विश्वरूपा. Beautiful verse. O Vishveshwara, O Lord of the universe, Vishwarupa, whose body, Rupam, the whole universe is the body. That is Vishwarupa. The whole universe is your body. Vishveshwara, you are the Ishvara, the Lord of the universe. Aneka Bahu Udara Vaktra Netram. Thousands and thousands and thousands of hands. Then Udaram means stomach. Then Vaktram, the mouths, thousands and thousands of mouths, thousands and thousands of eyes. Then Sarvataha Anandarupam. Everywhere you see, everywhere you look, you see only the infinite Rupam. Okay? Infinite Rupam. Tvam Pashyami, I am seeing you. Tava Anandam, there is no end. Na Pashyami, na madhyam na pashyami, right? Na madhyam na antam na pashyami. I don't see anything. I don't see the starting. I am not able to see the end. I am not seeing the middle also. Okay? And sarvataha ananta rupam. Wherever I look, wherever I see only thousands and thousands of faces only, right? Many faces I see, many eyes I see, many mouths I see, many udaram I see, right? So first thing we have to understand that whatever we see in the movies or in the pictures, where Arjuna is sitting like this, with a prostrated hand, and a rupam is shown with various kinds of, with a rupam, etc. That should not be taken literally. We should not understand that way. It is not that. Actually, Arjuna was seeing the whole universe with thousands and thousands of faces. So it's like Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapad. That is the Vishwarupam. All, wherever I look, whatever face I see, whatever eyes I see, whatever hands I see, or whatever things I see, okay, everything is you alone. You are manifesting as all of this. That means one body. I am seeing the whole universe as one body, and you have thousands and thousands of faces, thousands and thousands of hands, thousands of udaram, and thousands and thousands of netram, eyes, vaktram, mouths, etc. So when I look like this is ananta rupam. Your rupam is anandam, infinite. It goes on and on and on. I am not able to see the beginning, right? I am not able to see the end. Na antam, na madhyam, na pashyami, punaha, na adim pashyami. I don't see the beginning also. Nothing I see. Okay? See, within space and time, we can see an object's starting, an object's beginning, and an object's end. Right? Within the space and time, we can see that. Whereas, when you look at the whole thing, there is no starting. You cannot see the whole universe as one, right? Where is the starting of this universe and where it ends? Where is the middle? Even in the eyes of a scientist, okay, even now the science also says there is no starting, there is no end, there is no middle. We have no idea of the body of this universe. No idea. Right? It is so huge, so big. And this is only, Bhagavan says, it's only a part of me. So it's only a part. The whole thing is only a part. So anyway, coming back here, there is no, the starting and end, okay, the beginning and the end is there in space and time. Okay, inside the space and time. But when you look at the whole universe as one thing, there is no beginning, there is no end. And every point of this universe is inside, outside, it is God alone. It is because of the Chaitanyam, the whole thing is being sustained, or that the adharam of this whole universe, right, is Bhagavan. That is the consciousness. That is the Bhagavan, Vishnu. That is why we call Vishnu. All pervading. Everywhere Bhagavan is there. Okay? And this is the vision that Arjuna had. This is the Vishwarupa Darshanam. This should be deeply meditated, and we have to sit and meditate on this. This is the clear Vishwarupa Darshanam. Then when we do this again and again and again, we come to a realization that everything is Lord's power. It is the Bhagavan's power. It is all of this. It is under the Bhagavan's power. Okay? The ego is no more active. The ego will not work. What are we? If you look at carefully, what are we individually when you look at the whole universe? If you take the whole picture, of this universe. Even in the science, science also tells the body of this universe is so huge, and in that, where are we? Where is this? It's all under the control of that Bhagavan, under the control of that Ishvara, the things are happening here. And we individually think that I can do this, I can do that, etc. But actually speaking, everything is under the control of Bhagavan, and things are just happening. It is all intertwined, interlinked. Everything is interlinked. We cannot individually do anything here. So the ego just melts away. So Arjuna's ego is no more active. When such a person, when such an individual does any action, okay, when such a person does any action, all the objects, all the other jivas will come together and will help, will support this action naturally. That is what Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Janah Paryupasade Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. One who drops his ego and carries out the duties, okay, for the benefit of others, everyone, everything around will support that action. Naturally, it is the Bhagavan's job. It is the Bhagavan's power here that is happening. Individually, individual power will not activate here. Okay, that ego just melts away. It is the supreme being in action. Okay, and the vision of this Vishwarupam, when you look everywhere, when you see any eyes, when you see any faces, it is the Bhagavan's face you are seeing. It is the Bhagavan's eyes you are seeing. Right? So, it is who you are looking at someone. Actually, you are looking at Vishnu Bhagavan there. You are looking at someone, it is Vishnu Bhagavan there. You are feeding something, you are feeding the ants, you are actually feeding Bhagavan there. You are feeding cats or dogs, you are feeding Bhagavan there. Because you, all the eyes and all faces and all the mouths, it is the Bhagavan's face, it is the Bhagavan's mouth, it is the Bhagavan's body it is. Okay, this is the vision of Arjuna. This is the Vishwarupa Darshanam. This is what we are supposed to look at this whole universe. This is not only Vishwarupa Darshanam for Arjuna, it is for us also. We have to understand this. We'll move to the 17th verse. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimandam Pashyami Tvam Durnirikshyam Samantad Deeptanalarka Dvitim Aprameyam. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rashim Sarvato Deeptimandam Pashyami Tvam Durnirikshyam Samantad Deeptanalarka Dvitim Aprameyam. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrinam. Arjuna saw Kiridam with the crown, Gadinam who is carrying Gada, that is mace, Chakranam, the Chakram, discus, Sarvato Deeptimandam, showering light everywhere, blazing light everywhere, Tejo Rashim, the mass of radiance, Deeptanalarka Dvitim, the fire and the sun, when you put the radiance together, when the light together, Durnirikshyam, it is very, very difficult to see. Aprameyam, immeasurable. Tvam Samandad Pashyami. Arjuna saw that Vishwarupam. I see you, Vishwarupam, and also Arjuna saw this Mahavishnu also. Right? See, in the 7th verse, if you remember, in the 7th verse, Bhagavan says, Anyat yat cha drishtum ichchasi Pashya Arjuna. Hey Arjuna, you will see Anyat yat cha drashtum ichchasi. Anything else you want to see, whatever is there you want to see, you will see in my body, right? So Arjuna has this Divya Rupa Sankalpam in him, right? The Mahavishnu with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Pani and Kiridam, etc. Arjuna had this in his subconscious mind. The Rupam, the Bhagavan's Rupam as Mahavishnu was there in Arjuna's mind. So this prana, okay, this prana has the ability to take any form that you want to see. And that is why 7th verse Bhagavan said, Anyat yat cha drishtum ichchasi. Whatever you want to see here. I actually emphasized that when we were going through that verse. Anything you want to see, you will be able to see here. If you have the vision of Kali, you will be able to see Kali. If you want to have the vision of Bhagavan Mahavishnu, you will be able to see in Prana Sakshatkaram, you will be able to see whatever is there in your Sankalpa. So similarly, Arjuna also saw Kiridinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam cha. Same like in our Vishnu Sahasranamam, no? Shantakaram, Bhujagashayanam, Padmanabham, Suresham, Vishwadharam, Kamalanayanam, Yogihradhyanagamyam. Vishwadaram Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikandam Kamalanayanam Yogihradhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanadham Meghashyamam Pitakauseyavasam Srivatsangam Kaustubodbhasidangam Punyopedam Pundarikayadaksham Vishnum Vande Sarvalokaikanadham Sashankha Chakram Sakirida Kundalam Sapitavastram Sarasiruhekshanam Sahara Vakshasthala Shobhikaustubam Namami Vishnum Manasasmarami. All that, or whatever we want to see, right? Whatever we want to see, we will be able to see. So the Shankha Chakra Gadadhari Mahavishnu, Arjuna saw that Mahavishnu also in that Vishwarupa Darshanam. Okay? From 18th onwards, we will continue in our next class. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu.
Thank you, sir.